Hello friends, this is Vani from Viva Sew and Style. In today's video, I'm going to do a pattern review of my recent make Simplicity 8839. I made this top twice by now. I'm wearing a view C neckline but view B sleeves, and by now I have made this top twice, so let's start the review. So this is a 2019 pattern from Simplicity. I bought it in the size 14 to 22. I saw several YouTubers make it. I would like to mention Talisha from Creativity by T. She sewed view B and I got inspired from her, and I also made a top in view B, and she had asked to lengthen it and I did the same thing. I also lengthened it. So let me show it to you what the other one looks like. I will also wear this and do a little fashion show towards the end. So now let me go over why I liked this pattern and the advantages of using it for your next summer top project. So the very first advantage that I found with this pattern is the fit. I mean, as you can see, fits really good, and I did not have to make any alterations. I mean, I did make a couple, I will go over them in a little bit, but overall I cut a size 18 on the side and 16 for the neck and shoulders, and I am very happy with how the top fits. In fact, I like it so much that I'm thinking I can use it as a sloper, as a bodice pattern, and just make it a little bit fitted in the waist and attach different styles of skirts, and I will have beautiful dress. So very good fit, it's just spot on. So number two, what I like about it is that it doesn't take too much fabric. I had a leftover piece, like if you guys have followed me, you know that I bought this fabric from Hobby Lobby and I made a Burda dress. So I had 4 meters and the dress took somewhere about 2.5 meters or maybe a little less than that. And with the remaining, I was able to, put together this top. Even this one, less than 2 yards. I got a nice big size of piece left over after I cut that blouse. So if you have small pieces of fabric, if you are a sewer and or you like to collect remnants, then this is a really good top, doesn't take too much fabric. So the third biggest advantage is that it has very few pattern pieces. I mean, in all honesty, it has only 3 main pattern pieces: the front, the back and the sleeve. Other than that, there is a tiny piece for this crossover strap, there is an elastic guide, there are facings, but only 3 main pattern pieces. So for beginners, that is very handy. So very few pattern pieces, I would consider the advantage number 3. Another very big advantage of using this pattern is that it is versatile. you can create 4 different blouses, and they are all unique because of the sleeves, because of the necklines. So 3 different sleeves and 2 different necklines, 2 different lengths. So you can use this pattern for summer, for spring, and for fall or winter. So I think this is a really nice pattern to have in your toolbox. And number 5, it says easy to sew, and I would agree to some degree. The pattern is rather simple since it has very few pattern pieces. Um, there is not all that much difficulty to sewing up this pattern. So yes, a beginner can absolutely handle it and sew themselves some beautiful blouse. So now coming to the adjustments I made to this pattern. So the one adjustment I made is to the bust darts. So I lowered the bust darts. I did not do it in my first version. So the bust darts are coming like 2 inches above the apex point. So I mean, when I made it, I did not know how to alter the bust darts. I used to think it's something very difficult, but I recently learned it. I watched a very nice video from a YouTube called Sew Essential, and all you do is cut a rectangle around the dart, and then you can just slide it up or down and redraw the side. That's all you have to do. So that's one alteration I did, and that made a huge difference. Now the bust dart sits exactly on the apex point, and I'm very happy about that. Another alteration I did was to the length. So I basically chose a length in between the A and the B and C views. So what I did is I actually just shaved off 3 inches from the pattern, and now it's about 25 to 26 inches, and I am height 5'3", so for me now the length of the top is perfect because I don't want it too short because I have apple body and lot of tummy fat, so it doesn't look good if I wear a very short top, and very long tends to shorten my height. So this is perfect. So these are the only 2 adjustments I made. So even though it says easy to sew pattern, but I would say that it's not a fast to sew pattern, especially if you are going to go with view C or view A. You will spend a lot of time. Like for example, I spent time with the straps, and then even the putting the elastic in the sleeves, because you put a half-inch wide single fold bias tape and then you're trying to insert a safety pin with a 1/4 inch elastic. So you have to do it slowly, gently, and if you, for example, chose view A, you have to do multiple lines of inserting that elastic. So it can take some time and patience, of course. So that's why it's, even though it's easy, but it's not super fast to sew. Another thing, one small thing I want to point out is that, so I made a view C neckline and I attempted these crossover strap, but as you can see, it's not perfectly centered. Like this strap should have crossed here, and this strap should have been lowered. So I don't know if it's my user error, but next time I do it, I will be more careful when I am leaving the gap for the sides, and I'll have to first see where the strap is going to hit the other side so it's perfectly centered and balanced. But just a small detail, only people who sew most likely will notice it even. So yeah, but overall a very good pattern. I would say a must have if you like to sew. Definitely grab yourself a copy. Alright friends, that is all for today from my side. I hope I have given you enough pros and cons of this top and you are going to attempt it. And now it's time for the fashion show. So I will see you in just a minute.